So today, we're not just going to reset a password. Nope. We are learning the secret handshake that gets you back into your own computer. It's a seriously clever workaround that honestly, every Windows user should probably have in their back pocket. It's the worst feeling, right? You're just staring at that login screen, the password has completely evaporated from your brain, and you feel completely stuck. But don't you worry, there is a way in, and you're not going to have to wipe your whole system to do it.
We're going to treat this like a little mission. Think of it less like some boring technical fix and more like we're finding a hidden key to unlock a door that we thought was sealed shut. It's actually surprisingly easy, but it feels like something straight out of a spy movie.
All right, every good mission needs a plan, and you've got to have the right gear. So first up, let's get ourselves organized and make sure you have everything you need for this to go off without a hitch. And you know what? The gear list for this mission is super simple. All you really need is a Windows installation flash drive, the same kind you'd use to install Windows from scratch, and you need to know how to get into your computer's boot menu. The last piece of the puzzle? Just a little bit of careful typing. That's it.
Okay, here's the deal though. While this method is incredibly powerful, it demands your full attention. We are going to be tinkering with some core system files, so one wrong character, one typo could cause some real headaches. So just pay close attention to these next steps and you'll be perfectly fine.
All right, let's get to the fun part, the main event. In this section, we're going to perform a little switcheroo right inside the guts of Windows to create our secret entry point. So first up, we've got to bypass your normal Windows login entirely. Go ahead and plug in that bootable USB drive and give your computer a restart. Now, as it's starting back up, you need to be ready to press the key that opens the boot menu. It's usually F12, F9, or maybe the escape key. Once you're in that menu, just tell the computer to start up from your USB drive.
And here it is, the first secret move. When you see that standard Windows installation screen pop up, the one asking for your language and all that, just ignore it completely. Instead, I want you to press two keys together, Shift and F10. And like magic, this will open up an incredibly powerful tool, the command prompt.
Okay, before we can work our magic, we need to know exactly where your Windows installation is living. So, in that black command prompt window, type disk part and hit enter. That puts you in the disk tool. Next, type list volume. This is going to show you all of your drives. You're just looking for the one that holds your main Windows folder. 9 times out of 10, it's the C drive, but sometimes it's D. Once you spot it, just remember that letter and then type exit to get out of the disk tool. This is the core of the entire trick. It is so clever. What we're about to do is replace the little program that runs when you click the accessibility icon on the login screen, and we're going to swap it with the command prompt. It works because Windows trusts that little accessibility program and lets it run with full admin rights before you even log in. We're basically swapping a simple tool for a master key. Okay, command number 1. We got to navigate to the right folder. So, assuming your Windows drive is C, you're going to type CD C:\Windows System 32. Now, we're going to make a safe backup of the original accessibility tool, which is called utilman.exe. To do that, just type ren utilman.exe utilman.exe.back. All that does is rename the file, keeping it safe so we can restore it later. And now for the real switcheroo. We're going to take a copy of the command prompt itself, that's cmd.exe, and we're going to rename that copy to utilman.exe. The command is super simple. Copy cmd.exe utilman.exe. So now, anytime Windows tries to open the accessibility tool, it's going to open our all-powerful command prompt instead. The trap is officially set.
And that's it. The prep work is done. You can go ahead and restart your computer. A little pro tip, you can just type wputil reboot and hit enter to do it from the command line. But most importantly, as it restarts, make sure you pull out that USB drive. We want it to boot back into your normal login screen this time. All right, deep breath. The back door is built, the trap is set. It is time to walk right up to that front door, use our secret knock, and take back control. You ready for this? This is the moment of truth. All of that careful prep work is about to pay off in a big, big way.
So you're looking at that same old login screen, but this time we have a secret. Look down at the bottom right corner. You see that little accessibility icon? The one you've probably never even noticed before? Go ahead. Give it a click. And boom! Instead of the narrator or the on-screen keyboard, what pops up? That beautiful black command prompt window. And the best part? The absolute best part is that it has full, unrestricted administrator privileges. We are in. Getting in was the hard part. From here on out, it's a walk in the park. First, just type NetUser to get a list of all the accounts on the PC. Find your username. Then, to give yourself a new password, you just type NetUser, then your username, then whatever new password you want. So like NetUser John, new password 123. Or if you want to just get rid of the password entirely, you type NetUser, your username, and then just 2 empty quotes.
Once you hit Enter on that command, you can just close the command prompt window. Go ahead and log in with your new password, or with no password at all, and just like that, you're back in control of your computer. Welcome back.
Whoa, hold on. We are not done yet. We got back in, yes, but we left that secret backdoor wide open. This final step is maybe the most important part of this entire process. It is absolutely critical. I cannot say this loud enough. Seriously, I need you to listen very carefully. Do not skip this step. If you leave things the way they are now, literally anyone could walk up to your computer, click that little icon, and have total control. We have to close the door behind us.
Okay, now that you're safely logged back into your account, let's close that back door for good. Just open the command prompt one more time, but this time, make sure you run it as an administrator. Navigate back to that same folder by typing cd, C:\Windows/System32. Now we'll delete our fake copy by typing del utilman.exe. And for the final command, we restore the original with ren utilman.exe.back utilman.exe. This puts everything back exactly how it was.
And just like that, everything is back to normal. We didn't just solve the problem of being locked out, we also cleaned up after ourselves, leaving your system just as secure as it was before we started. Mission well and truly accomplished.
But this whole thing kind of leaves you with a big question, doesn't it? Knowing how easy it is to bypass a password if you can physically touch the machine, it really makes you think. It proves that what's really protecting your data isn't just a password. It's about who can actually sit down in front of your keyboard. Something to think about.